the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion, my peasants disgusting, why don't you act like a Hoffman, and go get to dustin', yeah, latex on my, go clean my crown, can't hear the haters from way up here, they don't make own, money goes on these, white paint on my toes, when I see that new Bay alert, don't be mad, jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you, remember this face cause I'm that, you gon' lose too, dripping in ice, you looking at you, it's squad goals win, are you pretty like no.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me sleep.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, here's Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
368!
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Mayfield now. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Oh, look at the juke. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunky yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Mayfield going for it all. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll cut it to the right. It's a foot race. 20. And for a Cincinnati score. 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice. He didn't carry it over into the game.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns out now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield is going to fire one deep over the... He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. First down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They begin with a run by Nixon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Second down, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hey. Over here. You're good. It's Mixon on the counter. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much. And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here you go, 368. Heavy. 368. Side.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. And that is incomplete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. This is taken at the 15. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now, Barney. Now let's go. 319.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach,
I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
On second down, Mayfield again. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now running right through it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. $15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So Dalton now under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Mayfield, flush to his right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mayfield now on second down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
He finds Beckham complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield on first down, underneath for Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On first and 10, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Partner, what a good football coach is looking for. Complete football players. And guess what? We've got one here because most cornerbacks, they just want to cover people. This guy shows the ability to go ahead and make tackles.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Dalton. And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
368!
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Detroit! Detroit!
Following the interception, Mayfield eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play action. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Mayfield, and his throw here's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Baker Mayfield. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
368! 368!
Second down, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
368! Hey, get ready for something coming left. Heavy.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
368! 368! 368!
1st and 10 for Dalton. Dumps it off to Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
52-44, get ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. Spins past him. And he will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Pulling good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. And an out. There goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 99 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
368! There you go, 368!
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Joe Schobert in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Heavy. There you go, 368! Heads up!
Here's Dalton. Flush to his right. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. 1st down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Mayfield with it once more. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. What a game for the rookie Baker Mayfield. 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL?
And oh, it's blocked. Well, the Bengals have got him. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Second down, Mayfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry here for Johnson. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
To throw, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And again, it's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Landry, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Mayfield looks to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you worked on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Dalton, he's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Wait! PAT! Go under.
A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.